Hey everyone, it's Jonathan, aka the Boston Kid, back from the 2026 National in Chicago. Just want to put a video together of my Chicago experience, my recap at the National, which was really outstanding all around. The National for me, I've been to this was my third. It really starts at the airport, at Logan Airport, with meeting other collectors, and I told my wife when she dropped me off, it really starts right away. As soon as I get to the gate, I start talking with other collectors, and I met this one collector in particular who was showed me an incredible purchase of vintage cards, Mantle, Mays, Aaron. It was an insane collection of vintage, and he was kind enough to share with me his purchase, and we talked about the car. I mean, just unbelievable stuff, all 50s and 60s, and just absolutely amazing stuff that he had. And we were able to talk about it. He showed me the cards, and I showed him some of my cards, and talked with other collectors before we even got on the plane. So the national experience really starts at the airport, and it always has. Like I said, this has been my third time going, and it's always been the same thing. Let's see. Arrived in Chicago on Wednesday at my hotel. Met a gentleman named Blake, fellow collector from Memphis, who I was able to spend some time with. Awfully nice guy, a 90s basketball collector, and like I said, just was able to met so many people. That's really what it's all about at the National. The cards are great, but the people you meet, and their collections, and what they're interested in, their knowledge, their passion, is pretty extraordinary along the way to get to know some of these collectors. On Wednesday, I went to the show. Wednesday, there was a very long line, but once they opened the doors, everybody went right in, and I was very pleased. They separated people that had prior ticket or advanced tickets, which I did. They gave them all wristbands, which were great. It really was a very streamlined, very organized process. Went to the Wednesday night. Mangini, Oddball, Rick, and Stooks Collectibles was there, and all three of those gentlemen couldn't have been nicer to me. And I met them all for the first time, and like I said, they were so nice, and I got to meet so many other YouTubers and collectors there. Also got to meet it's my dog Buddy in the background. Also got to meet one of the collectors. Said we were at the bar, and there was windows that were looking out into the front lobby area, and someone said, "Hey, that's GP, that's Gary Payton, that's a glove." So I went out. I was able to, as my buddy, my dog Buddy, was able to shake Gary Payton's hand, and he couldn't have been nicer as well. So I was very pleased to have met him during that get together. Moving right along, I just wanted to mention some of the YouTubers. I won't get them all, but some of the YouTubers that were there that I got a chance to meet, both at the Mangini Rick get together, and also the Thursday YouTube get together. So first, real quick, I'll do these. I had a chance with a lot of these gentlemen to sit down and talk to them briefly. Some had a longer conversation, but in no particular order. White Sox fan, a card collector Mitchell Bruce, who we talked about the St. Louis Cardinals for a while. John Mangini, who is a incredible collector. Rick, Oddball Cards. Wade Boggs, collector. Eric from Those Back Pages, who I had a couple of nice conversations with. He was the first YouTuber I ever met in Chicago in 2019. Mark, Dodger Cards, is an absolutely amazing collector with one of the best world-class Dodger collections, Brooklyn Dodger and LA Dodger collections you're going to find. Mr. Wilhelm 88, Wax Pack Wisdom. Matt from Providence, who was actually staying at my hotel. I got a chance to have a conversation with him. Stooks, Baseball Cards and Curiosities. Sammy Thunder, Mr. Mittens, picker Jim, of course, who's one of my closest friends in the hobby, and rounding it out, Orlando, a collector's dream, who is an absolutely fantastic collector, knowledgeable, and I was very pleased to not only meet him, but like I said, all the other YouTubers. I was very, very happy to have gotten to meet a lot of these guys for the very first time. The Thursday get-together, I'd like to thank the generosity of Texas Snowman, who put on that Thursday get-together. He provided countless buckets of beer and pizza for everyone. It was just an amazing, amazing night to be able to talk with other collectors and have a slice of pizza and a few beers, and his kindness and generosity was amazing. There were so many YouTubers I met on both nights, which were just absolutely amazing, and I'm really super blessed to have talked to everyone that I did. Moving right along, Friday I was able to go to the Cubs-Yankees game at 1 o'clock with my brother-in-law, and I tell you, that was an unbelievable experience. I've never been to Wrigley. It was just such a classic old-time ballpark, and we sat very close to the Steve Bartman seats in left field. I tell you, that left field line is even closer than Fenway. It was super close to the seats, and I was just so happy to have gone to that game, and was able to, before the game, we actually took the train into the city and went to the famous Wiener Circle, which is about, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 miles from the ballpark, and from there we walked to Wrigley, which is, I don't know, about 1.5 miles, like I said, 2 miles, and was able to have a hot dog there before the game, which was absolutely outstanding. I'd like to thank also, there was just so many people along the way I got to meet, the shuttle drivers, the Uber drivers, the hotel staff, the guests that were there that I was able to talk with. I really, really had such a wonderful time just meeting people and talking with people. And I really, really do agree on a video that Orlando Collector's Dream put out, and he said basically, the show is great, and the cards are wonderful, but the get-togethers to meet everyone, that share their stories and their memories, and with all the guys and gals in the hobby, not too many gals, but is really the most important thing. And that was the most important thing for me, is the relationships, the memories, the experiences that I had. So I was very, very happy to have met so many people that I did. The show was great. Once I got in there, I felt as though the show was organized. I felt like there was upstairs, I'm sure you've heard, was a little crowded, but anyway, I'm going to be doing another video on my pickups, but that's all for now, and talk to you soon. See you in a bit on my next video.